What's up, friends? How are you doing? It is, I don't even know what day, it's Monday. Wow. I thought I would do this little video. I get this question a lot. As a songwriter, people say, well, so when you write a song, what comes first, the words or the music? And I get that question so often, I thought it may be kind of fun to do like a little video explaining a little bit about the songwriting process and how I would answer that question. So this is totally unplanned, which is very Ernie Halter of me. And this could be a disaster, but that's kind of what writing is. You don't really know how it's going to turn out, so you just have to like dare to suck, as they say here in Nashville. So when people ask me that question, I would say in the beginning, when I first started writing and putting music out as an artist, I tended to write a lot with lyricists. So I would get a lyric and I would just put music to that lyric. And music has always been the thing that's just easy for me. Lyrics I have to work a little bit harder at. C words are hard. Like Whisper, for example, my friend Monica Madrid, she actually emailed me this kind of like lyric she'd worked on. And at the time I was listening to this John Mayer song, before John Mayer was John Mayer. I mean, he was always John Mayer, you know what I mean? The point is that I'd been playing around with this song called Man on the Side. I am a man on the side, hoping you make up your mind. I don't know why, but somehow I was trying to make the lyric that Monica sent me and Man on the Side, like, find a way to incorporate that vibe. So I didn't want it to be too close. So I thought, well, I am a man on the side. That's like a doom, di, di, dum, da, da. So I just changed the rhythm of it. Instead, I get more like this. I am a man on the side. And then I just took that groove. How do I ask her to come back to me after I've told her goodbye? And just kind of do like a little whatever. Just try to like mash them up in a way that gives me a good jumping off point, but isn't like copyright infringement. So in a lot of early songs, Lighthouse was like that. My friend David Bateau had the lyric written, and I spent a lot of time just composing it to music. There was a long period of my life, and honestly, I'm not completely out of it, where I feel like I almost am no good at writing lyrics. I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm just saying, but feel free to give them to me. That's all. I mean, if you want to give them to me, you can. I won't stop you, but it's just something that has not come easy to me. It's very, very challenging for me. And so I feel like more currently, I am getting together with writers that do both music and lyrics, and we're all just in a room kind of, or sometimes I'm writing on my own, but I often will try to start still from a lyric. If I'm writing by myself, I definitely want to start with a lyric because it's the hardest thing for me to write. So if I don't start with a lyric, then I feel like I just kind of wander around, especially in a co-write too. If everyone's sort of musical like I am and less lyrical, then we just end up, humming a lot and playing some chords, and that's fun, but that's not a complete song. So I try to get all of the lyrical ideas out of the way. And one thing that I will start with, or try to, is to start with a title. This was a Cole Porter thing, or a Gershwin thing, or I was a Tin Pan Alley thing probably. You start with a title, and it gives you some place to aim for, because ideally, everything in your lyric should have a central idea, a central message that you're trying to get across. I don't know, like yesterday, it's about, the love from yesterday and missing an opportunity, and it's all about really one thing, and it centers around that refrain. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Everything is bookended with that. So I try to start with a title. So, I might start with, or with a co-writer, I might start with an idea like, oh, what about, Beautiful Ache? Or what would that what story would end with a chorus that had Beautiful Ache as the main repeating refrain. And so we might think of a story, and then from that story you kind of like work in a visual series of, I guess a series of pictures, you know. I try to do this. Good writers are showers, not tellers. So we work backwards. We've got a title, central idea, and then from that title or word or whatever, we figure out what kind of story might use that word. And then we go backwards from that. And then once we have a story, we find a way to tell it using visuals. So instead of saying something like, I'm so sad that you left me, I've been staying up all night thinking about you, baby. Whatever. It's beautiful stuff, right? I might try to do something like, I feel tears. This is still cheesy. I'm just gonna go for it. Tear stains on my pillow, and the note that you left me, the ink stains running down the page. Photographs of the day we went to your parents' house and we sang on the porch. Now I sing that song to myself, and I'm wishing for the day. Whatever. So the point is that like you start with an idea. I never even figured out how to work toward the. Yeah, I wasn't connecting it to anything. That's probably why it sounded like poop. But you think of an idea, a word, and you just step backwards. You know, the word might be like, oh, my children are just acting amok downstairs with the babysitter. The word might be, let's see, a fresh coat of paint. This is horrible, but I'm distracted and it's the best I can come up with. But I might think of a story that involve, you know, painting a room. Maybe two people meet and they fall in love, and they're painting a room, and they're putting a fresh coat of paint over some dingy walls, and they're sprucing up their apartment. It's kind of like a metaphor for a new love. And then as the story progresses and they maybe fall out of love, they're trying to repair their relationship, and the paint becomes more of a metaphor for just sort of like glossing over something. I don't know. This is what people do. They just put out ideas, and 99.9% of them suck. So you just keep putting out ideas, and you just keep talking and keep thinking of things until something lands, and then you go, oh wait, that was kind of cool, and you develop it, and then you rewrite it, and that's how to write a song. Well, I'm at the 8-minute mark. I don't want to lose too many of you by blabbering on, but I hope that answers. If any of you have wondered what comes first, the music or the lyrics, the answer is it depends. Thanks again for watching. Thank you, Patreon supporters, for supporting things like this. I'm in my usual work attire, which is sweats and a t-shirt, and I get to do this because of you. So if you're a patron, thank you. And if you are not yet a patron, I hope you will consider. It's an amazing community of people, and it's just a really fun situation to be a part of. And I look forward to making more videos for you. If you have any questions for me, something that you've been dying to ask a songwriter, now would be a good time to, you can go and message it in, or you could, message it in through Patreon. So patrons only will get to ask this question. So if you're not yet a patron, be one, come ask me a question, and I'll answer it on a future video. Love you guys. Bye.